I've always loved the Sharks.
Shacks.
Yeah, Sharks.
Shacks.
All right.
Sitting at 19 and 21.
The world's biggest chokes of the NHL.
Yeah. You know what? It happens every year.
I mean, how do you lose with a beard like Joe Thornton's? How do you lose
You
with that
got
kind of
both the
beard?
beautiful beards of Joe Thornton and Brent Burns.
Yeah, like how do you lose with that?
Absolute certified beauticians.
Yep, they just and you see Thornton's had like that long white strip just go right down.
Mr. Skunk Beard.
Yeah,
But
but
big old skunky.
my second favorite team has always been the Devils, and they're a friggin' hot mess.
Sitting at 15 and
Granted,
20.
they beat us.
Well, as much as you guys have been giving me bullshit for, my favorite team has been the Coyotes, and guess what? They're second in the Pacific.
Yeah, well, it's
So
the
you guys can
Pacific.
suck my ass.
It's the
okay.
Pacific.
I've
You guys can
always
still
liked
suck
the
All right.
my
So
ass.
say tomorrow's playoffs. Who would they match up? The Coyotes.
They would play with. I think they play the Flames or the Sharks right now.
I'm sure.
And the Flames would give them a good run. The Flames are on and off, really, really good. in my opinion.
Actually, compared, if we're talking a joke,
But
if,
they take
if
the
we're
top
talking
18,
a joke
right?
compared to last year, it would have to be Calgary, being number 3 all time last year.
Well, that'd be what their first time in how long? Like, they've never been a dominant force right now for a while.
Dominant,
The dominant,
The dominant
the
force,
dominant force.
making new words.
Yeah, that's how we're getting it done. The dominant force.
Okay.
But in all honesty, they've never really been known to be full force, a great team overall for a while. I mean,
What about those days with the Lanny McDonald? Huh?
well, that's what we're talking about. Those are the days.
So for playoffs, right? It's the first 8, right?
Yeah.
All right. So in the Western right now, the Blues would have matched up against the Winnipeg Jets.
Winnipeg. If you want to talk a joke, the talent that Winnipeg has.
So right now, the Sharks wouldn't even be in the playoffs.
Nope.
No.
They'd be biting Jaws in the butt on that one.
See what you did there. So actually, if it was to
Back
end,
in the days, you know.
if it was to actually end, right, Winnipeg would barely squeak in. They're
Then
1
Calgary would
point.
be
Calgary's
behind.
1 point behind.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Hey, buddy.
How many viewers are we on?
Yeah, I already have it here.
Yeah. Because mine's glitching out
We are
and
up
showing
to
0.
8 viewers today.
It's not as good as our last couple shows, but
Oh, don't worry. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
We'll get into the football talk in a minute.
yeah, I think that's what everyone's really
We'll
waiting
get into
for.
we'll talk a little bit about basketball after. We'll save the big piece, the big hunk of pie.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a lot to say.
There's going to be a lot to be
I
said
have a lot
about
to
that.
say about that topic.
That's the
when it
big.
comes-
That's
I do.
tonight's big headline.
Nick, just remember,
okay?
you're going to be on the hot seat for the discussion we
Yes,
had in the chat.
we do have quite the discussion to talk. with you,
We'll
sir.
turn our focus to you and let you openly defend
What-
it.
It's all
Nick,
right.
what about you? What do you think about hockey?
Hockey?
Who's surprising you, and who's?
He's a Kings fan.
Are you really?
He's
Yeah,
a Kings
I'm a
fan
Kings
for some
fan.
reason.
This
Kings
guy.
fan.
I did not
I
know
didn't
why.
suspect that from you.
And they have
Why do you like the
they're
Kings?
That's
poops.
why I like.
They're poops right now.
I know they're poops. They've been poops what the last 4 years?
Quick can't do it all.
What? It
Goes
had
to
been
LA
to
once,
the Stanley
instant
Cup
Kings
since
fan.
what? 2000 and fucking.
Watches the Rams
13,
once.
12?
Rams fan. Boom.
That was the same
How it
thing. I
goes,
was watching
man.
the Kings.
That's crazy.
Quick can't do it all. That's the thing with the Kings.
Yeah,
They
you-
haven't had offense over there, and I don't know how long, aside from Kopitar.
Like 5 years.
Kopitar and Azari.
Why do you think I stopped watching hockey?
Gabrick
Ain't
and
doing
Kopitar.
Yeah, Gabrick.
Gabrick and Kopitar when they were in their prime were
had
dangerous.
that '70s lineup, Toffoli and the other two bastards. Toffoli's still over there, which is
Which who the
pretty good
Bruins have also looked at, which I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind. Toffoli's a
Can't have
good
him, bro.
player.
Can't
Yeah,
have him.
you don't
He's a
need
pretty
him.
good
You don't
player.
need him.
Yeah, 'cause we ain't going nowhere.
I think Quick actually had opted for a trade out of there too. to be
He's been
honest
trying
with
to get traded for like 3 years and not letting him go.
you. I can't blame him. They're not helping him,
He signed that big contract. You think you're gonna let him go? They're giving him that money for no reason,
right?
just to see him walk?
I let him
Nah,
walk.
he's staying.
I say we yell about the Red Sox for a couple minutes. Not long.
Let's talk about Reds, like baseball in general.
I just want to yell about the Red Sox because if this man who took over for management does not pull a trigger on something before the season starts. Waits till the
He's
last
he's
minute.
not. He's not going to.
He's going. He will. I swear.
I don't
thinks
think so.
that
It's-
Mookie's going to L.A.
He's going to the Dodgers.
So see
To the
here's
Dodgers.
the thing though, right?
That's the incredible source has been saying.
Okay,
The
for what?
the Dodgers are my second team, so I wouldn't even care if he got them. But for being a hometown team, the Red Sox got to keep Mookie. Here's the thing: you ship off Bradley and you ship out Price. You give the money that you gave to Price to fucking Mookie. That's it. You solve a lot of problems doing it that way. You get rid of a.
Except no one wants Price.
That's the thing that's killing everybody.
No one wants
How do you
Price.
get rid
Fucking
of the,
cut him.
They
That's
won't cut
it.
him.
Cut him in each of losses.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's
what's
tough to pay
happening?
him,
What's
Nah,
happening?
if
right
he gets
now?
signed though off of that, then they don't have to pay him.
but he won't get signed.
He will get signed. I'm
Not for
telling
the
you.
amount he wants.
No, he'll take a bit of a cut, but he'll get signed. The Blue Jays want him back. He'll go back to Toronto with open arms. I'm telling you. They just got
They just don't want to pay his contract that we have.
Well, that's the worst contract I've ever seen.
dude. The Blue Jays just got one of the Dodgers pitchers.
And then we got to get rid of Jackie Bradley.
Okay, what about the
JBJ.
Red Sox missing out on getting Rich Hill?
It's not shocker. Again, the guy's not pulling no triggers.
No, I'm just saying though. How do you guys feel that he signed for a minimum
If
with
he's-
Minnesota?
The thing is he signed a minimum. That's what irks me. If any player signs for a minimum and you let them sign for a minimum in another team, you're a mess.
Dude,
That's an instant bad manager.
I mean,
in my opinion.
the
You
Sox
needed a bat.
did sign a catcher.
Oh yay!
Yippee, a catcher like
Yeah,
that's
a
like
ca-
that.
a
That's the
like, that's
answer.
what we
Catcher
actually
bat's
need.
worse than Sandy Leon.
Yep, that's who we need.
That's what you do. You go out and you get a bat that's worse than what you just had.
Yep, we need a catcher, guys. That's what we
Hey,
need.
they cut Travis though. They said, "All right, you know what? Let's
Yeah,
just
you,
happen."
you cut him, and then what was the other guy that we let go a couple
Boomtown?
years ago? He was a big first baseman.
Shaw.
Yeah, Shaw.
Travis Shaw.
He wanted to come back to Boston, but you didn't give him the money that he wanted, which is just a $5 million deal.
So he goes to the Brewers.
No, that was after the fact, but he was coming back now. He went to the Blue
Is
Jays.
it over?
Yeah, just
You needed a first baseman.
Alright. Seahawks eliminated the Eagles, by the way, as an update.
Well, I knew that was
Yeah.
going to happen.
Carson Wentz went down in the beginning.
Woo!
So. But NFL talk later. Just a quick update. Back to
The Red Sox owe a team record of $13.4
in luxury tax right now.
million in luxury tax.
That's nothing, though.
That's
For them, no, they make that in a
But
day.
in baseball, that's
But-
nothing
yeah,
compared
but
to what
that-
the Yankees are paying.
But the Red Sox,
They want to get below it. I get it.
the Yankees finished with $6.7 million.
How the fuck they finished that?
That
Just
yeah,
recently.
$6.7 million bill.
That's fucking crazy.
It's
They-
Price. That's
they-
Price's contract doing it to.
I
to
found
him.
it. Just,
What's Price get per year? Like
Price
20,
per year?
27? 28?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd give that to Mookie all day.
Dave's about to.
David Price's contract.
Yep.
He makes
Too much.
well, let's see. Where
I
is
agree with that.
He
Too
sounds
much.
like Kermit the Frog.
I don't know. Price is he's overrated.
I should have done better.
He is absolutely.
Let's see. David Price's contract. Signed a 7-year, $207 million contract, which would be
And he'll earn $32 million for the next season.
Too much money. Way
You
too
think?
much money.
I'll take his money and throw poorly. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll go hop on the mound for a few innings and be like, all right, coach, take me out.
Yeah, I'll complain that my elbow's hurting me or I got a cyst in my wrist, because I was
Yep.
playing too much Fortnite.
Yep.
Shit.
Oh, man.
I will say that all these ads that pop up on the website, you just want to click on all of them, but you don't. You never know what they're gonna do to your computer.
it's called hentai, and it's called.
God dang it, Bobby. All right, so $30 million in
yeah,
2016.
30 million.
And that was in 2016. So now he's going to get $32 million this season.
But if you trade him, get the money off the books, do you give it to Mookie?
Some people are saying they don't care if he leaves, to be honest.
I actually
Personally,
you know what?
I don't care if Mookie leaves or not.
If Mookie leaves, he leaves.
But then you only have one big bat.
I mean, 2 big bats ain't really much to really jump for joy about.
You need somebody that drives in RBIs every year. Jackie Bradley ain't doing that.
Well, I mean, if we want to be honest, an RBI doesn't have to be like an explosive home run every time either, though.
No.
Someone could just
either
easily
way,
step
gappers
up to the plate
and everything.
and do it.
He's good at hitting in the gap.
I'll take
He's
Brock
good for
Holt
doubles.
back.
Brock Holt's a utility man.
Yeah.
They need to keep though.
Yep.
Nah, they let his ass walk just like they let everybody
I
else
love
walk for
Brock
no
Holt.
reason.
If you've been to the Sox game, his music just makes me laugh. He has like the old school like 80s music.
So if
I
you
usually focus on when he's at bat or making a play. So
if you let him walk, you let him get traded, or you let him walk at the end of the year. What do you do?
Holt?
Nah, Mookie.
This is
Mookie?
Holt's already gone. They're not
Who cares?
resigning him.
What? Dude, McGregor's fighting, I think, on the 18th.
Oh, whoop-de-doo for McGregor.
And McGregor's back, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
How can you not like that swagger,
He's
bro?
like, no one cares. I was like, this is for me, guys.
Listen, I gave up with McGregor after the Mayweather crap.
He needed to get paid, bro. That's it.
You know what? The amount of money they make off
Ju-
that is
Okay,
ridiculous.
listen
You know
to me.
why they need to get paid? Because they never spend their money correctly.
Dude, I'll go get a TKO, make a couple mil, and just sit around.
no
That's
crap.
fine.
That's what I'm saying. All you do is get knocked out, and the dude makes like $150 million. Like,
Look,
get outta here.
if McGregor agrees to fight me at my weight and stuff like that, we're good.
Well, how come there hasn't been a change where Mayweather hops in the ring and into the octagon or whatever and just gets smacked around for a few times?
There's been
It's
talks
'cause
about
Mayweather
that.
doesn't have the brain cells to fucking
Yeah.
do
No,
UFC fighting.
see, he said he would.
No, he wouldn't.
He said
Yeah,
he
he
would.
did.
He
He
did.
would.
He
Yeah,
actually said
but
he would.
the difference is he said he would, but he's not doing it.
The money has to be there.
The money has to be
The money has to be there for him to get his teeth punched in on the MMA floor.
Yeah. Dude, there's gonna be a Mayweather McGregor 2 or him and Pacquiao.
I'll tell you right now what happened in the MMA fight, though. Riggets that Conor McGregor either makes him tap or something like that, because there's no way
know.
that Mayweather will take some punches in the face and risk his face at all.
Listen,
That's his moneymaker, bro.
listen. I was just trying to see if it was the 18th the fight was.
All right, enough of your.
All right, yeah. Back
nonsense.
to baseball. In news, the fucking Sterling Castro finally gets out of Miami.
Not Cuba.
He goes, not Cuba. Wow. Wow.
Was that a little too far?
It's a little bit out of the range. All right. Enough with
The useless baseball.
the useless baseball as for right
if you
now.
guys want to pop a little bit of Celtics in there, Kyrie Irving's crying about the blues again.
Actually, real quick. So, for baseball, when you release a player, you have to pay him that whole salary.
Unless he gets picked up.
No, that is you just release them. There isn't.
So when they release Hanley, they fucked us over.
Yeah, we had to pay.
But if you put him on waivers, though.
Same thing with AB.
But if
You
he
know,
gets
they
put on
end up paying him
waivers, though.
unless
No, NFL's different.
Yeah, the
They don't
NFL
have
is
to pay
different. You in the NFL we can cut somebody, and that's
They don't have to pay him.
Well, actually, that was because the league said we didn't have to pay him.
He still won his case.
Yeah, but
He still gets paid regardless.
But the NFL is like, hey, buddy,
We'll-
you said with any
We'll
team.
pay
you're
you.
going
We'll
accept
pay you
this.
to shut the fuck up, but you can't play this year.
That's another thing. That's you know what? That's another conversation we can have.
AB himself said it himself when he showed up with his entourage and his camera crew to the Saints workout. It was just a publicity thing.
Mm-hmm.
What did it do good for you?
Nothing, but we're
You
gonna
still
hold.
didn't get paid to play.
We're gonna hold on the football talk.
Yeah, we're gonna go talk some basketball here. We gotta put the ball into the
Hey, you're nothing
thing
good at
that's
it,
red
man.
and it's round.
All right, Nick, let's talk some basketball because
Yep.
these two schmucks can't.
So
So,
I did see that post
So
with
Tatum.
that Andre Drummond, dude. If that trade
Yeah.
goes through,
Andre
that's
Drummond, man.
something.
I'll send Gordon
I'd take
Hayward.
that. I would take that. You can give away Hayward.
he still
I
still got it. What about 2
See,
years
I've
left on his
been aboard
contract this
that.
year and next year.
Yeah.
So you would still get him for another year.
No,
I think he'd fit good in.
You know,
at this point with the way that Hayward is at the end of his contract and all that, it's more like a rental for a rental at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
I mean, taking Drummond back, that wouldn't be a bad deal at all.
I mean,
If you want to do like a 1-for-1 deal.
Hayward's just an injury-prone mess. Every time he steps on the court, you don't know
Okay.
if he's gonna hurt
He did
himself.
alright last night.
And I don't like the chance you take with him. I
So-
think it's
Drummond says he's not a quitter and doesn't want to be traded. He wants to stay in Detroit.
Of course he doesn't. But does he have control? Not really.
Well,
but I see he has a good relationship with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. If he were to get traded,
Kyrie ever again, please.
if he were to get traded and he would okay a trade, it would definitely be to Brooklyn.
Listen, if there's one thing I know about basketball is that Kyrie Irving is the biggest bitch that has ever entered the league.
I agree
Period.
on that. I don't think.
Kyrie's just an emotional player.
No, there's emotional and then there's downright just.
Well, he came out and
asshole.
said he was bipolar.
Being a baby.
Shit, then why are you playing basketball, man?
My thing is they just released another update on him complaining about the booze that he got when he came back here. What did he think he was going to get?
Did he even play here? He didn't even show up.
What did he think that
he
they
didn't
were
play.
going to?
Yeah,
He didn't play, but we still
didn't even
booed
show
him.
up to Boston.
We still booed his name.
Yeah, we started.
A Kyrie Irving chant, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, we started doing the. Who's the guy that replaced Kyrie? He was the same number as
Kemba
him.
Walker.
Yeah, they started chanting.
Walker.
Yeah, they started chanting. Walker's better.
Yeah. I mean, my honest opinion, what do you think you're going to get when you tell your team
Look at it this
that
way. You
weren't
can't
really
come and
playing?
play with younger players, right? And that was the same issue that LeBron had with Kyrie in Cleveland. So you're doing the same thing that LeBron does to younger players. And then
He's
when
just
Kevin
terrible.
Durant comes back next year, it's not going to be shit. It's going to be Kevin Durant's team, and Kyrie's going to want out.
My thing is, right now...
No, here's the thing, though, is Durant didn't want to, but he told Kyrie he'd play with them. He didn't want to go to where are they? The Knicks?
The Nets.
The Nets.
Yeah, he wanted to go to...
He wanted to go
Madison
to
Square
the...
Garden, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go Carmelo. Okay.
they had a better organization
The
going to
great
Brooklyn.
Carmelo.
They did.
The Knicks don't.
They
The
did.
Knicks don't have shit, and their front
How many
office
times
is
that
not.
man has been supposedly coming to Boston, like, to be a Celtic?
Who?
Carmelo.
No.
There was
Oh.
so many talks every
Shit.
time he was
Carmelo,
up there.
Carmelo in his prime, I would take.
So would I. But he's not in his prime no more.
No, I would not take him now. He should have just took up LeBron's offer, went and played in LA, and been a backup to everybody else and win a fucking ship.
Let me
That's
tell
it.
you- let me
he does
tell
not
you-
have a ship. He's not going to win it where he's at.
So-
Let me tell you one important thing. What I would do if the salary didn't matter, I didn't have to pay the man nothing, and I could take Kyrie back, I would sit him on the bench every single season until his contract of 7 years, no pay was up, because I think that man needs to quit basketball.
So here's my question.
I hate that man that
Would
much.
you guys
Tell us how you really feel, man.
Would you
Right?
guys,
You feel like him with Tuca.
No, like there's a
Wait,
difference
hey,
though.
hey,
Tuca wouldn't get
least-
emotional, complain,
You-
cry, and just leave.
Are you serious? Have you not seen Tuca
Has
practice?
he ever come on? Hold on. Has he ever come on the mic and told the Boston fans that he's playing like shit on purpose? Kyrie literally
no.
came out, went on the news, and was like, "I wasn't really in it. I didn't really want to play."
But Tuca blames his. Tuca doesn't put the blame on himself for 90% of the losses.
90%, but still 10.
It depends. It depends.
Yeah,
It's still
it
where's
depends.
that another 90% that you could be taking blame for?
I mean, I don't blame him right now with the defensive
No,
switches.
not right now. But I mean, if it was a Tuca thing, and Tuca's like, yeah, well, my defensemen weren't there.
When he absolutely blows it, he does say that he blew it. I've watched him do it. And I've watched
Yeah,
his press
it's
conferences.
it's rare to see him to do that though.
Well,
Yeah,
90% of the time, you can't expect the goalie to win the entire game for you unless they get a shutout.
I expect it.
Then you're expecting something impossible, my friend. A
in fact,
shootout every game of the season has never happened.
That'd be dope if it did. Though.
Yeah, but it never will.
And you never know. You gotta find that.
That would never
You
happen.
have
Even
to
a
find-
dream team would struggle
Hey,
for that.
you have to find the greatest goalkeeper.
I'll get
of all
EA
time.
involved, all right?
You want to? let's write a letter. A nice, good email. Would you guys take Kevin Love for the
No.
Celtics? No.
No.
Why not?
Nah, he's too washed up.
And he's too lovey.
Oh my god.
That's all I got.
Oh, we need to start kicking you out of here, Jim. Basketball talk.
So
he's not the player that he was before he went to Cleveland.
would I say I don't know. I would take him just to keep him.
He's a big guy that could be in the paint and could do something, but he can't score. You need somebody that's gonna be a power
Well,
forward
just
that can
keep
score.
tackling.
He'd be a bench. Someone coming off the bench.
Just like a taco.
You don't have
Yeah.
to. You don't. But if you look at it though, you don't have to give him
Oh, he's
all
amazing.
those minutes that he's getting as a starter.
Love is gonna want the minutes though. That's the issue. Love. I mean, look what he's already given his frustrations out on the court. What is he gonna do here when he's not getting minutes?
So Paul Pierce.
Is he gonna pull a Kyrie Irving and talk shit that he's not getting minutes or he's playing
Well, no,
like
I
ass?
think he's frustrated with the whole Cleveland
So Kobe Bryant, how about
situation.
He should have went with LeBron then if he
Would you
wanted
take
to win.
Kobe?
I don't think he liked playing with LeBron. Though.
Nobody likes playing with LeBron, but if he won a championship,
Lamar Ball.
Shit.
Actually, you know who I'd love to see put on their jersey is Paul Pierce.
I love Iverson.
Just one more season. I'd love
Do
to
you
have
ever watch
Pierce back.
Iverson play?
Yeah, he's one of the few people in basketball that I actually used to follow intently because I loved how he played. Loved his gameplay. And I even followed his thing where he had that whole court case issue that actually delayed him from joining the NBA with a whole bunch of nonsense that was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, you know what I liked? Nate Robinson.
That Michael Jordan.
Motherfucker, I said Nate Robinson, not Michael Jordan. When Nate Robinson was a Celtic for a little bit, I mean,
Pepin.
he jumped over freaking Howard and won the dunk contest.
Peppa Pig.
That's one kid that is like an Isaiah Thomas that I wish never quit.
No, I miss Thomas as a Celtic.
He just got ejected the other day. 2 minutes into the night. Was it 2 minutes? 2
I don't
seconds
miss
into the
him.
game.
He's also another emotional player. I don't
He
miss
is,
him.
but
But he loved Boston, though. That's one guy that would love to be here.
Well, I'm sure he would love to, but you can't let.
I
When
take-
you play a
I
sport,
take him as a bench player.
when
Oh,
you
yeah.
play a sport, when anyone plays a sport, tell you the one thing you can't let get in the way is your emotions, and he was not able to do that. Granted, I will say that in the playoffs, he had a very tragic family incident happen, but
and he played through it.
yeah. So I mean, I'll give him that, but you could tell that because of that, he was not at his best.
No, you're
And
right.
You're not gonna be. And at that point, in my opinion, as a player and for your team, you should tell your coach, just take me out completely. I can't do it. I get you want to be that guy, power through, fight through, but if you're hurting the team, sit.
See,
So-
I think what he was trying to do was
Keep his mind, yeah.
keep his mind occupied.
But it obviously, unfortunately, was not. enough.
Wasn't a great way to deal with his sister's
I would have
loss.
personally probably sat out.
Yeah,
if I was in his
mean,
shoes.
I would have.
I would have taken my time with my family. A horrible thing to happen at that time, but
You know who I wouldn't mind? Blake Griffin.
the Griffin. The Griffin.
It's
I don't
not-
think I'd take him, to be honest.
He's not. He's
anymore.
You can get him cheap because he's not really doing anything right now. You bring him to Boston, I feel like he started doing better. He's got a core of kids over here that are younger that will give him the ball.
Well, I mean, they do say a change of scenery is nice, but not for
when
him.
when
That's
he
still
got
rather
traded to where
drama.
he's at right now, it's like, why would you
Ooh, that's
want
a
to
good
even go
question.
there?
Your dad.
Yeah, my dad. My dad's big into sports.
Is he watching our podcast right now?
He is.
Oh, we're not hitting our stride yet, guys. We might want to start putting out on Twitter
So-
and on the Facebook. We need some more viewers in this.
So, would you give Tatum and a draft pick for Carl Anthony Towns from Minnesota? No.
No.
Would you?
Tatum in that trade?
Yeah.
no.
But we
Absolutely
talked
not.
about this the first
Yeah,
one.
Tatum.
Absolutely not.
I don't know
I
anything
like
about-
him, but it's you would
You
have to
need to
give up
put
way too much
Hayward.
for him.
Yeah, and listen, I don't know
You need to put
anything
Hayward
about
in there.
basketball, but I do know that Tatum is by far way better than most of these players.
I'd give them Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward, and Cantor.
No, you need to keep Smart and Cantor. You need to
I
get.
I mean, Cantor's
here's
not that
what you
good.
do.
I'd give up Jalen Brown.
This is what you do.
I'd give
you don't
I
listen. You
wouldn't
don't
give
get
up
rid of
Jalen
them.
Brown.
No, Brown and Tatum.
Listen,
are your
yeah,
bread and butter
I
right
can't-
now.
I can't stand Brown.
Tatum is
Brown and
You
Tatum
give
are
away
your bread and
Cantor
butter.
and let Taco Falls play more.
You need in
But
order to
Taco
get
needs
Carl
more
Anthony
weight.
Towns. In order to
Dude,
get Towns,
I
you
feel
need
like
to get
Taco runs and
you
he's
need to
not
get
very
Hayward in the Minnesota pick.
Yeah.
The Minnesota pick that we got from them, Hayward, and maybe another prospect. You can probably give away. You can probably give away Waters. Maybe Brad Wanamaker. You can
I'd give
you
away
can
Waters. Waters would be something. He's up and coming. So
My point
That
exactly.
might- that might be a
you
good
need
one to be
get-
like, here you
need
go.
to get rid of Hayward, the Minnesota pick, and Waters or Wanamaker. One or the other. That'll work.
I still
I'm
feel
telling
like
you
that
right
would
now.
be enough for them.
I don't know.
That's a
Still
good.
feel
That's
it.
a good package for
Because
our
be-
standpoint.
Because the Minnesota pick is going to be high this year.
Oh yeah,
The way that they're
definitely.
tanking. It's going to be very high for next year's
But
draft.
is it this year when they start the new draft process though?
Yeah, it is. But That's probably going to be the only way. If you,
You know
if you want,
who else has to
there's
change
no way you're
theirs?
getting rid of Tatum.
I wouldn't
Tatum,
move him
Brown.
even if you paid everything.
Tatum and Brown are your bread and butter right now.
I can see them moving Brown. Though,
bench
for
players.
something.
Bench players. Smart is probably going to be your best bench player right now. Cantor's again starter for your centers. He's going to be your number one center right now, at least until Taco Fall can probably
Yeah, but you can move.
stop breaking.
You can move Towns back though.
Yeah,
To center. So
Well,
that,
yeah.
that might be a good trade to be like, okay, here you go. Here's Cantor.
But as
You're still
long
getting a
as
center, and
I would still keep Cantor though. I mean, you get rid of Hayward, you can put Towns at center, but you can flop those guys back and forth wherever the hell you want.
if that were the case and they took that trade,
You
I
still need those big
put
guys.
Towns at center and then put Cantor at forward.
This is the part of the conversation where you just look at my face.
You know, if you had more of a beard, you could start playing with it. start
Nah,
stroking
see,
it a
but I
little
got
more.
more of a beard than Hayes now, so I
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
He
Listen.
fell. He fell to the depths of cutting his beard.
This
Listen,
is still growing out, man.
The beard will come
Still
back.
growing out.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I don't know.
Your
I haven't
playoff
shaved.
beard is
I haven't
too
shaved
soon.
in 2 years. I just keep trimming it and shaping
You
it.
get some birds floating in the.
Yeah. Yeah, like that Family Guy bird episode with the birds in his beard.
Like
That's
Chuck
alright.
Norris, he's got another fist under that
Yeah.
thing.
Chuck Norris is so tough. There's a
So-
fist under his beard.
Is there anything you guys,
Fucking
want
Blake
the Celtics
Griffin.
to do
Fucking
that
Blake Griffin.
that probably will never happen?
Blake Griffin.
Take a nap.
Naps are nice.
You know who I would love is Paul George.
I'm right here.
I like Paul George. Paul George.
No,
It
Paul.
was-
Paul, I
there
told
were-
your car the other day, and you told me it wasn't your Beetle.
Yeah, that's not my Volkswagen.
There were speculations of Paul George coming to Boston.
I would have
a
loved
while
that.
back. I would have loved it.
Dude, if you had landed him, and shit, can't even think of his name right now.
Who do you play for?
Kawhi.
Oh, Kawhi?
Yeah.
No way you're getting both at the same
Nah,
time.
if that were the case and they came to Boston, I'd say bye to Jason Tatum.
I try to keep Tatum as best as I can and probably infuse with him with.
But you got
the
Kawhi.
other team. I know that, but you still got Tatum, you still got Brown.
Dude,
Two,
look,
they're
look,
gonna be
look,
elite.
you have.
look how they're doing out in LA right
On
now.
the screen.
And they're basically
Yeah,
the two best players on their team.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
messy. Look at that.
You
That-
keep
Nice
Jalen
and-
Brown.
nice
Jalen
and
Brown's still
organized,
good. He
buddy.
still would have meshed in with them pretty well.
it would have been a bench
Guys,
player
like,
though.
Let me just
Nah,
Would've
he
sucked.
would have.
through my 6 home screen.
He could have been in one of those lineups throughout
And then I
the
find what I need.
like the second or third quarter that meshed well throughout the night.
All right, so
I don't know. We're about to enter
Celtics
the big.
sitting at the top. Celtics sitting at number 2. Do you see them being number 1 by the end of the season?
No,
No.
I think
No.
they stay at number 2.
I think they dropped to 3.
No.
I think it's like you guys say, like you don't want the best in the NHL. It's the same thing.
You don't want to be the President's Trophy winner.
You don't want to do that in the NBA. Look what happened to Giannis last year.
I'm a cream on sport.
Every year, the past couple of years, he's been that number one guy.
Yeah.
Archery hacky sack.
What was it? Toronto was number 2 last year, right? Toronto was number 2,
Yeah.
and look, they won that shit. They won it all.
What's this?
Yeah, but
I always feel like it's the second
positioning
or third
wise really
seed.
doesn't matter though. I mean,
I always look at it. The second or third seed always wins the NBA championship, no matter out of theirs. Besides Golden State, Golden State was stacked.
yeah.
If Golden State was a number 2 seed and they weren't stacked, I'd be like, okay, Golden State might have that.
You know, just because my old drill instructor's a Mavs fan, go Mavs.
Luka's good, bro.
Man, go
Luke
Mavs.
is doing fucking awesome.
Luka's good.
He just turned franchise. Was it franchise record of 10 triple doubles in a row?
Hits a circuit shot from behind the rim.
Hey, our viewers can't see that.
10
Yeah,
triple
no,
doubles
it's
with,
for our eyes.
in a row.
Okay.
Okay, it's alright. I swear it's not. It's
Luke-
not in
that was
It's
one
hentai.
thing that
Hentai's art.
the Pacers did that was stupid, was let him go.
Who?
Paul George.
Paul George, yeah.
Who the hell do the Heat have that they're even...
Him and Lance Stevens were
25
pretty
to
good
10.
together.
Jimmy Butler.
Is it just Butler doing there, or
Doing
does he actually
stuff?
have help?
He has
Yeah.
some help of young kids, but he doesn't have like top tier help.
Yeah, it's mainly Butler.
They're beating the crap out of the Trailblazers right now. 114 to 98.
Jimmy Butler should have stayed in Philadelphia.
It's 114, 100 right now.
I mean,
Butler is actually not scored a single point this game. He's not even playing.
No, he's sleeping.
Let me see their roster.
Is he hurt?
0 points for Butler.
0.
Kelly Olynyk. Oh my god.
I don't know any of those people.
Kelly Olynyk played for us.
Those are names I thought
Yeah.
I'd see in the NHL. There's some.
You got a point. You got a point.
They're starting to like send people who aren't good at the pucks to basketball.
All right.
Like, why is Carmelo even playing anymore? 34 minutes in, he has 11
Yeah, so
points.
Butler's not even playing tonight, and they're beating the crap out of the Trailblazers. So the question is, who the heck do the Heat have?
In big names, nobody except for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
They have a none.
Derek Jones ain't
A none.
bad, though.
Sorry, who?
Wait,
Wow.
you just said have a nun?
Yeah.
Like a nun?
Well, the guy's name's none your business, you know.
Oh yeah.
No, this guy, his name
Oh, they
is
have
N-U-
they have Grogic too.
Dragic?
Yeah.
That's how you say it?
Yeah, tragic.
Looks like Draco from friggin' Rocky.
Draco Malfoy.
No, from Rocky.
Oh, Ivan Drago.
Oh,
If he dies, he dies.
dude, they basically sat their starting five.
Yep. So that's a scary thing.
And they have Deion Waiters.
Celtics
Jimmy
look
Butler
out,
and
boy.
Deion Waiters. That's it. That's about it.
All right, so
So it's 8:05.
It's 8:05.
We got quite a big hour now. We talked about our other
NFL.
three.
So
Quite the big hour.
This is gonna be not just Patriots talk, just coming forward. We're
Well,
gonna be
So
talking. everything.
starting out.
all right. Can
Let's start off with the
hold on,
Patriots.
hold
No,
on.
no. Can we please start with the Cowboys?
Hold on.
We the boys.
We first.
Yeah, we'll start.
Hold on.
Wait
hold
a
on, hold on.
minute.
We
Start
have
with
to.
Cowboys.
We have to do our shout out to Tim and Kevin,
Who's Tim Kevin?
our boy,
Thinking that the Patriots would win.
that
all
they
the
would
way.
go to the Super Bowl. You guys
Oh,
were
that's
wrong.
garbage.
I'd like to point out that Kevin, if you're watching, I looked you dead in the eyes and told you they were not going to the Super Bowl. So God help us if you're
Yeah.
not watching. Don't underestimate me in football ever again.
So,
All right.
what do you guys think about?
So I would like to say about fucking time. The Cowboys.
We the boys. We the
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Do you guys think it's fair that they let
About
go
time they fired
Jason
him.
Garrett?
Yes.
You think that it was
Yeah,
better?
About fucking time.
Yes.
This man has no clue what the fuck he's doing.
I watched it.
I knew that when he took over. There was no way he was gonna win.
Oh, by the way, Bit Dog, you can tell your buddy that he doesn't know Pats either. Devil Dog was telling me about his buddy. I think you were there for that.
Maybe.
His buddy would get in a full-blown argument with you if you said anything.
Oh yeah,
negative
yeah.
about
He
the
was
Pats.
told me that. He told me that.
Well,
So-
we never said we didn't love the Pats or
Well,
nothing
no,
like
no.
that.
But
We
see,
all,
that's-
we
that's-
all knew they
But
were
that-
winning the
that's
next game.
That's the
They
fan.
weren't winning.
No, but that's the fan that we're talking about.
That
The
is
fan-
exactly the fan that we are talking about. The one who is filled with nothing but the
Tom Brady's going to
the
come
pure-
back. It's
Where's
gonna
the
be
goal?
the-
Where's the
the pure
We're under-
feed of always winning.
Yep.
The absolute savagery of not knowing that we can lose. That's the actual.
You see that? He
That's,
got
that's,
defensive.
that's the actual life of the
What did he say?
Patriots.
What did
He
he
fan.
say?
said we were right about one game. Well,
One
that's a
game?
very. But that first of all,
We-
that's a
I
very.
think I called it too that they were going to beat the Dolphins.
The other thing is that's a very big game to be right about regardless. The Pats shouldn't have lost that game. That was just disgusting. The last throw, Brady just whipped it into coverage and hoped it didn't get intercepted. Like, get out of here.
Dude, and I want to say that's 2 games because we all said that they were not getting the bye.
Well, we were saying this from day one. They were not making it to the
Some
Super Bowl. So
Well,
for
yeah.
us to
Oh.
say that one
Throw that
game,
one in.
Oh,
yeah.
yo, let me get a cover.
But for them to say one game
Touchdown.
is not accurate.
Yo, see, he threw better than Brady. It came right at me.
The thing is we did not change our tone when people were getting upset. We stuck with the Pats were not winning the whole thing, period. And they'd be lucky if they made it through round 1. So for us to say one game and we think we're experts, that's not the case. But when you're going to stick to saying the Pats were going to go all the way, and we call you on it and you're wrong, so sad.
All right.
You're wrong.
So, who?
I didn't say they go all the way. I said they might be the Texans. I could see them being the Texans, but
We're going to get to
sorry,
the Pats in a
Titans.
bit, Lowry.
Sorry,
Don't
So,
worry about it.
who takes over in the head coaching spot for the Cowboys?
Mike McCarthy.
You were quick with that one.
they've already interviewed him.
Mike
Yeah,
McCarthy,
they've
yeah,
Mike
already
McCarthy
interviewed
gets the job.
And then he
He'll end up-
fumbles.
If he doesn't, he gets the Panthers job.
Well, I knew he did the interview with the Panthers already. I think that's where he was going.
Lowry says, "How about
Well,
Edelman dropping a wide?"
We'll
open
get
pass,
more in
7th
depth
and
on
6th.
that. We'll get more in depth on breaking down the Pats' mistakes in that game. There were plenty of them, and we're also going to put our buddy Nick on the hot seat for one of his players.
Yep.
So that'll be
Yep.
one of the nice discussions we have.
I just want to say I never said he was an elite player.
No, but you were really,
That's it.
really,
That's
really.
it. I
on his
just
dick.
want to say I
Alright,
never
alright.
said he was
So-
an elite player.
All right. We'll get to it. Continuing Cowboys.
Wait on boys.
What do you think happens to Dak? You think Dak's gonna go?
I hope Dak does go. I don't.
He's a free agent.
He
does
does not.
suck.
I don't think he's a very good quarterback. I think
He's
I think
overrated.
he's overrated. After
He's
his first,
extremely overrated.
after his
100%
first
overrated.
season, he's doing with Baker and Trubisky playing like crap.
Bitch Trubisky.
Mitch was literally.
I honestly think that's also play calling too with him though.
Yeah, but his
He
throws
needs
were
to know.
disgusting.
He needs to know when to audible and not listen.
His
He needs to
throws
pull a
were
Brady.
disgusting.
Obviously, Brady don't give a fuck. Obviously, look what he did.
He does too much dancing on the sideline.
Well, the other thing is
Just focus on
Trubisky.
the passing.
That's Marshawn too, though. You know.
Listen. Everyone from this day forward will know the Bears could have had Mahomes.
Oh
They
yeah.
picked Trubisky. They will never, ever, ever live that down.
Yeah, no, that's never gonna
Trubisky has talent, but he's never gonna develop.
No, and not
If-
on the Bears.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. If he stays with the Bears with Matt Nagy, that's it. He's not gonna do shit.
He's
They're
not.
gonna end up benching him. He's not gonna end up getting another NFL job.
Unless he ends up getting a wide
So-
receiver.
So,
No.
and today, the Seahawks obviously beat the Eagles. You guys think that was an upset?
No.
No, I saw
I
that
mean,
coming.
Carson Wentz
The biggest
going
upset
out.
of the day was the Saints losing.
Yeah, that was an upset. But now the thing is with the Eagles, as soon as Carson Wentz went out, that was game over completely. I think if Carson Wentz was in it, it might have been closer, but I still think Seattle would have won the game anyway. Metcalf exploded. Lockett was doing well. Marshawn Lynch touched the ball and got 6 yards and somehow got a touchdown, and that was it. And he touched the ball like 7 times.
So see, here's the thing. I don't think they're playing Marshawn as well after watching
Really?
the game last
They're
week.
just putting him in the 1 yard line. They're just having him punch it through now. at this
Yo,
point.
you gotta think though, right? They're not gonna show you right now what Marshawn can still do. Marshawn can still play.
If he's not high on Skittles, we've been over this.
Skittles.
Oh man, look at that.
No, but listen, Marshawn is not that he's
Skittles.
bad. It's just they're trying to make up for that stupid mistake of let's throw it on the 1 yard line instead of giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch back in his better prime and just punching it in on the Patriots. So that's one they'll never live down either. And if it was my decision, the head coach would have been fired the next day for that decision.
Yeah, but you won the Super Bowl the year before.
I still would have fired him on the spot. You don't throw it on the 1 yard line when you
know
have
what?
Marshawn Lynch in the
Let me
backfield.
Well,
real
Pat
quick.
should have done that shit yesterday instead of running with Sonny Michelle 3
Yeah.
fucking times in a
We
row.
went over that. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Alright.
You're on that
So,
seat.
I will get to that one.
So real quick.
No.
So obviously Wentz went down with an injury
He
early
needs-
in
he
the
needs
game.
to stop
was
playing
it?
quarterback.
It was like right in the beginning of the game, pretty much.
So the backup, obviously McCown or whatever the fuck his name is.
Josh McCown.
Yeah, he went
Another
for,
fucking
He's at
awful
least he's
quarterback.
40-something years old. He went 18 and 24, 174 yards, no touchdowns. It was sacked 6 times. Do you fault him at all?
No.
Fault him for what? The loss?
Yeah.
no.
He probably didn't have
Really?
first team reps.
That's probably the first time he's played.
Well, there's also a video of him crying after they lost.
Well, you know what? He's not a Nick
you had
Foles.
a chance in the playoffs to actually fucking play.
Yeah.
You you didn't win. You're trying to pull him a Foles man.
He's not a Nick Foles.
No. But can you fault him on the loss though? No.
Nick Foles is over.
I don't think you could.
He is overrated, but he did have that ridiculous season.
Retired the season.
Yep. But on the other note, Vikings Saints tremendous back and forth game as well.
Yep.
Just like the games.
The
last
Buffalo
night.
game.
Yeah, Buffalo game. I don't ever feel bad. I hope your buddy Chris is watching. Fuck
did-
you, Buffalo.
I did send him the
You
link.
suck.
I
You
wanted
will always
Buffalo to
suck.
I actually did want Buffalo.
I wanted
No,
Buffalo
no, you
to win.
listen. You listen
I
here
wanted
right
to
now,
win.
everyone. No.
Any team is
No.
going to Baltimore and gonna beat the
It
fucking
would have been
Ravens.
fucking
No,
Buffalo.
listen. It wouldn't have been Buffalo because Buffalo's got great defense, yes, but it's not going to win the offensive bout. I don't care what you say.
Listen,
Secondly,
I don't know. They was doing pretty good at first.
secondly, If that
So you
man
think the
Watson,
Texans will?
listen, no, I don't think they'd win it either. I don't think either of those teams would win it. Period. The second thing is, if Watson spins out of that tackle, they should have won that game anyway. I don't care what either of you say. That was a deserved win. That dude took he took a tabletop hit, spun out of that, chucked it downfield, and got them in that range.
He didn't exactly spin out of it. The other guy came in and
He hit him, but he still
knocked him
spun
back
out of
the
it.
same way.
If that was Brady, that
They
was
needed
anyone
to wrap
else,
up,
they
yeah.
would have fallen over. Nine out of 10 quarterbacks would not have come out of that regardless.
So, are we talking about the Bills, or are we going to talk about...
I mean, you guys talk about the Bills. I just have to say, Chris, my Rams made it to the Super Bowl. Bills got knocked out first round. Suck on that. End of story.
Well, to be fair, though,
Your
the Bills...
Rams still couldn't be the Patriots.
That's all right.
hold on. Hold on.
But our discussion
hold up.
who did the Rams lose to? Same team that the Buffalo Bills lose to every season, twice a season when they play them 2 times.
Yeah.
Well, for the past 2
All right.
decades.
Yeah. So
No,
Vikings.
I got. What did they beat us like 2 or 3 years ago? One time.
Maybe.
One,
That's the thing. You can't remember it.
yeah, it
So-
was a while ago.
You
Hey,
remember the wins. You remember the losses.
So...
It's also because I called Chris a bandwagon fan. He got very heartbroken about
That's
that.
okay.
Okay, so
So let's go over the game that happened today before we touch Saturday's games.
can't believe Vikings did it again.
They did it again. Barely, but they did it again. They won 26-20.
Case Keenum pulling out the fucking
Who's
horseshoe.
Mick Sky?
Pulling
Whoever
the
Mick
horseshoe
Sky
right
is.
out of his ass.
What did he say?
He said he got hit twice. The second hit stood him up again, which is true. But for any quarterback to still get hit like that, spin out of it, still have the friggin' I'm throwing mentality, spun out, move to the right.
Able to get out the
threw
pocket
it.
and then move.
So-
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we're gonna go straight to the Bills. All right.
We'll
Just,
go to the
No,
Bills.
no,
We'll go to the
okay.
Vikings
Okay.
in a second. That game wasn't as.
I just need to know which game to click on here.
And the other thing is, you look at it this way: the Bills had a 16-0 deficit. They pulled a Falcons on the
Yeah.
field and dropped 16 straight.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
They didn't score again until the fourth quarter on
Exactly.
that game tying field goal.
So you're telling me you think they deserve to win that? You just dropped.
no, I don't think they
16-0.
deserve to win. I would have liked to see them win.
I'm sure a lot of people would have.
They deserve to
you
lose
know
for
what?
putting up 16
so,
points.
So, because my cousin Scotty is a huge Bills fan his whole life. So he.
I'm sorry for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But
I'm sorry for him and Chris.
but the Bills have. I think the last time they actually won a playoff game was 1995.
Yes.
Year I was born, baby.
What a bad year.
Bills win.
Look at that. You were
playoff
born
games.
the Bills. You caused the Bills all their shit.
So you go, Chris. I was born. They won a playoff game in '95. I helped you. Bite me.
I think they maybe next year they may win maybe a playoff game, maybe.
If they don't dramatically change a thing, if they make any stupid decision this offseason, forget it. If they do the exact same thing and just tweak what they were lacking, they could do a lot better.
You know who?
Yep.
Allen's starting to develop. If they screw that up
I
right
can
now,
see Allen being a top
He
QB.
needs a top
Oh, yeah.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
he does need another wide receiver,
Yeah.
which again leads us back to
The
AJ Green is going out there. I know a lot of teams don't want to risk it because of his injuries, but that would help a lot of teams.
I see AJ
Hey,
Green going to the
if-
NFC.
If he goes to Buffalo, forget it though. Buffalo can pay him. That's the thing.
He's also injury prone.
He is, but that's what I've said to everyone. He is injury prone, but the times he's not hurt, forget about it. Because
He needs to go to a team that has another wide receiver.
they still have that developing wide receiver in Brown. He's friggin' killing it. He was doing nasty.
If we look
this
at
season.
the
and
stats,
mind you, he was the
Brown
only
1
person.
for 1, 16 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, but the other thing you look at too is Brown's doing shit out there for Buffalo with no other people to take attention off of him.
Yeah.
He's the only wide receiver Josh Allen was nailing every week.
Yep.
Like, if you can do that and then you plop someone like AJ Green in there, forget it. Now you have some extra breathing room for Brown and AJ Green.
what do you think about Antonio Brown going to Buffalo? If
No,
that's
it would
a
never
thing?
happen.
You don't think
Never
so?
happen.
I don't think he'll ever go to Buffalo.
No.
No.
He don't like chilliness. I'm surprised he even came to Mass.
What? he was in Pittsburgh.
Hey,
He hated it.
No, he hated it towards the end because people started calling him out,
Hey.
talking about he couldn't play.
Remember, he
other
got
places.
frostbite, all right? All right?
you went across the country for that shit. You had to find doctors that were like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Come over. You want a free shift? Go ahead.
Listen, he still just would not in general go to Buffalo. I don't think.
All right.
I mean, if he did though, that wouldn't be bad.
So
wouldn't be, but,
let's just real quick compare the quarterbacks here from the Buffalo Houston game. We're gonna start with Mr. Allen. Allen went 24 for 46,
I wish they'd break that down per quarter.
yards.
264 yards. He averaged 11
I think
yards.
they do. They did this away.
They need to break it down because after the second half, they were trash. I don't know if they went into the locker room or what they did, but they did not come out in the same way they started the game.
Not at all. Allen did rush though.
Yeah,
92
Gore and
yards.
Singletary running
Yeah,
the ball
Frank-
pretty well. Gore
Frank-
was killing it.
You know what? Gore, for an older running back, still can move.
Yeah, he's
and it's amazing.
third overall for
Yeah.
yards. Best overall record.
Now let's go ahead and look at the Texans here. Mr. Watson.
He's a little bit
20
more
for
maneuverable
25,
too.
247
He had a rushing
with one
touchdown.
It was
And a
sacked
rushing
7
touchdown.
times though.
Yep.
He had a rushing touchdown, but that's the other thing. That's friggin' that speaks to his character. You get sacked that many times, still pushing, still going for the win.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude
Compared to Allen, he was
The era
he was sacked 3.
Of the rushing quarterback.
Don't I?
There's a
I really,
bonus.
I
It
really,
is.
I really.
I know you don't
hear
like it, Hayes, but
I know.
it's
You
happening.
don't want to hear it,
I don't want to hear
but
it.
that is exactly
You're gonna
what
get
it
a
is.
lot more Lamar Jacksons pretty soon.
Yeah, unfortunately,
We
some
can't even
Listen,
say Lamar Jackson
listen.
did it. Russell Wilson started that.
Listen,
Russell
no, you
Wilson-
can't even say that. You can't even go Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Mike Vick was the only one doing it at that point, though.
But that's who started it.
Everybody wanted to come into the league, and it was Russell Wilson started it more, and then now you have Cam Newton,
all
and then
around,
you have this
all
one,
around,
and you have
though.
that one.
Bad
all
at it.
around the actual era has started. Brady, Breeze, both elite quarterbacks for the past
Yeah.
2
But
decades.
they were
Aaron
pocket
Rodgers.
passers.
and Rodgers.
Breeze getting Rodgers get out of the pocket.
You got Mahomes,
Brady's,
Watson.
Brady now is starting to slowly figure out.
Jackson.
Let me run a little bit to not die.
Yeah, well, yeah, a little too late though.
What? Hey, listen here. This man is a weird,
Ruh-roh.
skinny white man that believes that vegetables and shit is the way to go. Where the fuck he eats.
TB12, TB12.
He preaches that shit, right?
Avocado cakes and shit.
Yeah.
Don't forget your UGG boots, bro.
Yep,
Yeah,
your Ugg
gotta-
boots
I
and
see,
slippers
all right.
from Brady.
You think that would give
I-
him plus 10 running speed?
Yep, absolutely not. He dropped one
Straight,
at the
them
friggin'
motherfuckers
starting
slay.
line. No, in general, I still we're not at the Patriots yet, but we'll get to that. We still have another big game aside from the Bills and the Texans. We have to cover the Vikings and the Saints.
Let's do that. That's what I'm
Um,
excited for.
That was atrocious. I put in the group chat. It was over for the Saints because they fumbled it. Then the Vikings fumbled it, but it got called back because his knee was already down, which you could see. You know, this sport is the only sport where you can say, "Sorry, screwed up the first call. We're gonna go to replay and fix this." And it's just always.
I want to quickly talk about
Your face.
Stephon Diggs.
Okay, he's terrible. Hit or miss. Big time.
Look at the game, the stats today. He was targeted 3 times for 19 yards.
He has 2 receptions for 19
Yeah.
yards, targeted 3.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen was targeted 9 times, 7 receptions for 129 yards.
Yeah. Like I said, Diggs ain't gonna get out of Thielen's shadow though.
No.
No, is this his last?
They also have Kyle Rudolph and.
Is this Diggs' final
want him-
season
you
on the
just-
contract?
You want it to be his final season, so you can take him.
I would welcome here in New
I
England.
would-
Stephon Diggs,
like
yeah,
Diggs,
he'd
too.
fit in.
Everybody
Well,
would like
they
Diggs.
were rumored to have traded for him. Well, tried to this season.
They weren't going to let him go.
No,
Maybe he has 63 receptions for 1,100 yards.
yeah.
That's a great season for a wide receiver.
What's his contract looking like? I think he may have another year.
Probably does.
Hey, none of that.
What? None, I can't cough.
Yeah, no coughing, no
I can't
dying
cough.
over there.
All right.
I only know mouth to nose resuscitation.
Interesting. I wouldn't let any of you guys give me rest.
Chewy would be the first one to come on over,
No,
Dave.
no thanks.
He was
man.
under. He's contract's up in 2023.
Yeah, he wants out. You can tell he's not happy there.
No, because when he had
When it was just him, he was.
when he had Casey Keenum, he got thrown to you.
It's not Casey, it's Case. Okay.
Case.
I call
Case
him
Case.
It's Case.
It's
Case
Casey
Keenum.
because he's a bitch. All right.
Yeah.
I call him
Case
Casey
Keenum.
Keenum because he's a fucking bitch.
I'll tell you right now, people who need a quarterback most, though, just throwing this out there, is the Broncos.
They do.
Agree.
Fucking Joe
Flacco.
Flacco's a bitch.
I'm like, really? That's your answer? And then you release Emmanuel Sanders to go wherever he wants or get rid of him? Like, that was the dumbest decision I think they've made.
Where are you going to send them?
You don't send him anywhere. You keep Emmanuel. I would have kept him and got rid of Flacco and just said, give me a better quarterback.
You just traded for Flacco, though.
I'd still get rid of him. That was a dumb decision all around. But
So what do you think the Broncos do?
See, Kaepernick should have went there when they offered him the money.
there's going to be a few free agents out there that they can try and grab.
Yo, you eating all the steak, bro?
And they probably have the money for it.
No.
Go listen to the,
No, dude.
the how it sounds when you guys get loud. It doesn't sound bad at all. It actually sounds really good.
Well,
Yo.
today, for once.
Yeah,
we
well, I
have
mean,
two
we
mics.
have 2 fucking
Hey,
mics.
Tim, you want to hook me up with some steak?
Yeah,
No.
You want to make him a plate?
Let's
You don't need no damn
let's
plate.
talk the
What?
future.
Put
I
it on
don't
a
give a
plate,
fuck. I
heat
eat
it up.
everything cold.
What?
Yeah.
Let's talk future of the
Bro,
Saints.
you is another type of animal.
I'll eat mac and cheese cold. I'll
Oh.
eat pizza cold. I'll
Here
eat
we go
chicken
with the
cold.
food stuff again.
Dude.
Off the food topic.
Hey, yo,
Let's-
you sit me next to this?
Stay football. We got to focus.
Let's talk future of the Saints.
I eat the veg
After
cold.
Drew
But
Brees.
he should be gone after that. That was a terrible performance.
Breeze?
After Drew Brees, he's what, 40 years old? 41?
He's approaching the same thing as
He's
Brady.
41,
Is he
yeah,
retired?
he's-
Does he go somewhere else?
No.
41
He's
years
playing
old.
way better than Brady is.
Well, yeah, but you know what the excuse that I heard the announcer say that drove me up a wall? Maybe it's his thumb still. The dude came back from injury how many weeks ago?
He
That's like
came-
saying it must be
he
that
came back
hamstring
early,
injury
though.
from 2012. Still plaguing him. Like, really. And
He-
you know what? He came back early, and that was a dumb decision.
Yeah.
And let me tell
That's
you
his
right
fault.
now, when
That
you
is
had
his
Teddy
fault.
Bridgewater playing the way he was playing, leave him in, rest your friggin' quarterback. You want to talk about rest? Screw NHL rest. You rest Breeze because Bridgewater was playing out his mind.
5-0.
Actually,
All
real
5
quick.
shots.
Yep.
Real quick.
And
For-
at least 40 points a game.
For the
They were still
Broncos,
hitting.
the starting quarterback is Drew Lock. The kid they drafted
Well,
last
that's-
season.
Nah,
No, they were doing Flacco.
He's still too young.
Yeah, no, but that's
Yeah,
their
so
future right there.
I don't think he's.
All right, so
unless you get a wide receiver,
with
but
taking Drew Brees' age, the way that he's been playing lately.
Who
Uh,
is
another
hey,
year.
who's
How-
the quarterback that
What's his
that was,
contract? Is he
there?
sitting on another year? Or is he sitting on free
The,
agency?
Sutton?
No. Bridgewater, wasn't he there? No.
Bridgewater was with
Taysom Hill.
the Vikings.
No, where?
I'd take
Fuck is
Taysom
the
Hill as a
backup there?
utility dude any day of the week.
Because Drew
Dude, that
Brees
man
was
was
injured
killing
for a
it.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not
Teddy
getting no
Bridgewater.
Yeah. There you go. Stay there.
Bridgewater. If I was Bridgewater,
If Breeze
Leaves, that's your
they
quarterback.
give
for
they
him.
yeah they give.
but
him
that's the
money.
thing. If he's not leaving this season, Bridgewater's going to go. He's proved that he can play well. So
Bridgewater is looking to get paid
you
big
didn't tell him
time.
you don't eat mushrooms, did you?
He is looking to get paid.
I'll see it around. No.
Just drizzle the sauce.
I just put them.
Oh well, just he'll eat them around.
I'll eat around him, bro.
Get around it.
Be a man.
Use your teeth and pick them up.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So is he on
Mike
his?
went,
Is
You
he
give
on
me
his
spinach?
final?
I don't eat spinach, bro. I asked for steak tips. I didn't ask for anything else.
Yo, he was like, listen here.
Fix me up. Wait, I'm hooking it up.
Hey, make sure there's some for Dave.
Yeah, Dave, you didn't eat
I
it.
just killed that fucking bathroom.
Yeah, but that steak's the bomb right now.
Yeah, that was actually.
I'm actually
All
pretty
right,
psyched. for
and
that
other
game.
topics from the NFL.
Can you imagine the shame
right.
the Chargers must have felt when they let go Breeze?
Yeah.
So you ready? He goes to win
All
the
right.
Super Bowl with the
Then
Saints.
you end up with Phillip Rivers.
Yep. Old man Rivers.
Dude, Rivers has always been a sketchy quarterback.
Old man Rivers.
What's gonna happen with him?
He's gonna. He's
Is he finally gonna walk away, or you think
discovered
you
if-
think they're gonna?
Brady-
Do you think they're gonna bring him back?
if Brady
Google's our
leaves
friend in this
and
one.
goes over there.
I'm not gonna like jump in.
Fucking jump in, guy.
I want to see you fucking
Every
swan
time you
dive
chew
right
a
over this
lean
table.
back, I don't want to try and pick it up. Tubi, make sure it doesn't pick up him.
This motherfucker
You
gave me
might
spinach.
want to maybe just move to the side while you chop.
Dude, look at all that fucking mushrooms.
Drew Brees has 2 years left on his contract.
Those are good mushrooms. Don't waste them.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they're not bad.
he'll be here. He'll stay there.
So he's on his what last year?
Next year will be his last year on his
So
contract.
Bridgewater's gonna walk. That's an automatic.
All right.
If Bridgewater will walk, he is looking to get paid.
Yep. He
After
can be a
5-0
starter.
starts, still putting up about 40 points
Dude, he can be a
with that
starter.
team.
Let's look. Hold on.
Kids
Broncos
aside,
could reach for him.
No,
He goes to.
he's gonna go to Cali, some Cali team, maybe the Chargers.
No.
No,
How many seasons does Rivers have left?
He's a free
2.
agent.
No, Phillips.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
where is it?
Yeah, no, yeah, he's done after this season.
Yeah, he's
He's a free agent.